everyone. Well, today in this video class, you are going to learn about the usage of if. Most of them have this confusion how to use if because they try to translate their local regional languages into English, and that is how they try to do some mistakes. If is a conjunction word, and it's also called as the conditional clause. Let me explain to you with a couple of examples. Let us see what are the conditions the if faces here. So in English, we have four ways to make conditional sentences. And for example, if, as I told you, if is totally a conditional clause. Let me go with this. Zero conditional, number one, zero conditional. So it is used for a scientific fact or general truth. If can be substituted by the word called when. Let us take this example. If you boil water to 100 degrees centigrade, it boils. Here, in the place of if, you can also use a word called when. When you boil water to 100 degrees centigrade, it boils. For a scientific fact or for general truth, you in the place of if, you can also replace with when. That is zero conditional. Let us go to the first conditional here. It is used with will or can with a base verb for a probable future result. For example, if you study hard, your English will improve. I have seen some people using here if you will study hard because they are trying to translate exactly their regional language into English, and moreover, as it's being a future result, they try to use will over there. So please make a note, if, after if, you need to get the subject, and please do not use will, and get the main verb, the first verb. If you study hard, your English will improve. If I get enough sleep, I will feel better. For example, another one. If she helps me, I can clear my papers. Right? So these are for probably, it's a future result, and it's a conditional clause, first conditional, and where you're not supposed to use will after the subject. I have seen many of them using if you will, if I will, if she will, never. After if, get the subject and the verb in the first form. Though it may sound as a future, it's only the probability, future result. Never ever use will over here. Okay, this is a conditional clause, and here is a result clause. Like, if you study hard, this is a conditional. So what is the result? It produces good result. Your English will improve. If I get enough sleep, again the condition. The conditional clause never use will there. If I get enough sleep, I will feel better. Then if she helps me, I can clear my papers. Never ever use will in this. In the conditional clause, you're not supposed to use will. And it's very simple how the usage. It's in first word if, then the subject, and get the verb in the first form. I hope you're clear with this. It's a very common mistake. Most of them have been using it because they think it's a future when they talk in the regional languages, and they try to translate the same in English. So that is how they are getting confused. The second conditional clause, use simple past tense with modal verb or the base verb for imagined or impossible or unreal future situations. For example, if I won the lottery, I would buy a plane. Right? If you met Johnny, what would you ask him? We ask this, right? Like, if God comes in front of you, right? If God asks you, right? Here, these are like imaginary situations here. So you have to be only in the past tense. If I won the year, it was present tense. Okay, that is something of future result. Whereas in this case, it's only an impossible or unreal future situations. So here it has to be the past tense. If I won the lottery, what would I would buy a plane. if you met Johnny, what would you ask him? It's only imagination, never ever use will. You cannot say I will buy a plane. You have to use I would. For imaginary situations, you're not supposed to use will, you need to use would. And if you're using the conditional clause if, here the verb should be in the second form, past tense. The third conditional clause, right? Use the past perfect with modal plus have and past participle, because I made it very simple so that you can understand. It is usually used to express a past regret about something which did not happen in the past. For example, if I had won the lottery, I would have bought a plane. Look at here. If I won the lottery, it's only again. This is the imaginary situations. Here the example is different, and here it's different. I've taken the same example. If I won the lottery, I would buy a plane. Imagine. And here it's a regret. She didn't win the lottery. So if I had won the lottery, I would have bought the plane. So when you're using would have, the verb should be in third form. Here the verb should always be in the third form. Sorry. Okay. Because it's a modal verb. Would have. It's a modal verb here. So it's only a regret of the past. If I had been taller, right? This can be said when he lost the match or somewhere. If I had been taller, I could have played well. Okay. I could have played well. Right? These are three conditional clause where you need to use if. I hope you're clear with this. It's very, very simple, but please, I would say that never ever use will in the conditional clauses, because it's a conditional clause, nothing but when you are putting condition, there's a result, right? And here again, you're using a simple past tense for imaginary situations, and here you're using past perfect, like if I had won, if I had been. It is used to express a past regret, and never say I will have, or I will buy a plane, or I will. No, you have to use only would. And moreover, I would also like to add up along with this is how to use whether. There are two weathers. Okay, this weather is something again is about alternatives, and WEATHER, it's about the climate. So I'm not talking about this one. I'm talking about this weather. Let me take up this. So how do we use weather? Where do we use exactly this word called weather? I hope most of them have been using it, and they're getting confused. If, here you can some people also use if or whether. So if is a conditional clause, whereas whether is an alternator, or you can say regardless. Here, I don't know if John is coming. Right? I don't know if John is coming. Right? It's an alternative. So I do, in the place of if, here I can use also whether. Right? It can be also, I don't know whether John is coming or not. Even if you take out this not, the sentence sounds good. So when you say, I don't know if John is coming, right? The whether doesn't, it means that there's an option whether he's coming or not. You can use either if or you can use whether in these cases. And another one meaning of whether is used for regardless. For example, whether you come or not, I will attend the function. Right? In this, the meaning is regardless. Right? In this case, there's an option like you can either use if or whether. If you, in this place, in second example, you cannot use if. If you come or not, I will not attend. I will attend the function. It doesn't suit. Here it says that whether you come, is regardless whether you come or not, I will attend the function. So the meaning of whether, this whether is used when you have, or one is when you have alternative, the second one is used for regardless. I hope this example are clear. The examples what I've given is it's very simple so that you can understand much better. Most of the students make mistake how to use if and whether. So if is a totally conditional clauses. Sometimes the place of if you can use whether, but whether has two meanings. Whether is used for one, the same thing, alternatives. Another one is if for regardless. I hope this video will help you to give to make few more examples. Try making this example, and if is a very easy or say conjunction word, it's easy to use, but people sometimes make mistake by getting will in the picture. I repeat again, when you're using if as a conditional clause, never use will in the beginning. Never ever speak that if you will give me money, I can get you. No, if you give me money, the verb should be in the first form in this case, the conditional clause. I think you can go through all three clauses. If you give me money, I can bring you that. Never say that if you will bring me money, I will get you that. It's wrong. So when you're using if as a conditional clause, after that is subject, never use will, get the verb in the first form. And the next sentence can be will or can. Right? For example, if he walks, always the first conditional clause, it's a conditional, and you'll see that the second one, you'll see the result. If you see my examples, like you need to put, you have to go deeper. Like you'll see that after the conditional clause, there's a comma. Forget a scientific error. If you study hard, I put a comma there. If I get enough sleep, I put a comma there. Then if she helps me, there's a comma. It's a conditional clause. And what is the result that is shown here? So keep in mind, these are the rules what is applicable for if. I hope you can try, you will not do mistakes anymore. Try writing this with a couple of examples. And if you still have some doubts, you can get back to me. I can give you more examples. Because few of my students ask me this example, like, Ma'am, how do we use this will? Because they are trying to relate their regional languages with English. That is the reason they are getting mistakes. Because in Hindi we say, if you will come, I'll come. The ga, ge, gi appears in the conditional clause. When you're using a conditional clause in the beginning, never use will. Whereas for this conditional clause, the second phrase where you're getting the result, there you can use will. And if you're talking in imaginary talks, like you can talk in the first conditional clause should be in the past tense. If I won the lottery, I would buy a plane. Never use I will buy a plane. And if you're talking for the something which is already finished, you can talk like this: if I had won the lottery, I would have bought the plane. Here the verb should be in the past participle. Hope it's clear. Thank you for watching. Keep learning, practicing, and subscribe my channel. Thank you. Bye-bye. God bless you.